Because I can help you find one that's the right size for you.
What the hell? Try and keep up?
I'd be happy.
Like, can you blame Jack Noseworthy for like hitting on Vivica Fox in this movie?
Hey, don't you guys have a dance to go to?
He doesn't meet her until like going into the third act of the movie, but he is on her top from the moment he meets her up until the very end of the movie. But you know, I had a whole bunch of picks that was going to be. I was trying to figure out what was going to be the jumping off point for the Black Jawns and horror videos, and I had this pick and that pick and that pick, and then my light bulb went off over my head, and I was like, how did I forget Vivica Fox and Idle Hands? First of all, if y'all have not seen Idle Hands, y'all are missing out. If you love the horror comedy type of juggling act that I always mention on here, you will more than likely love this movie. This movie is stacked. I'm not talking about just the cast. I'm talking about like just like the. This is one of the most beautiful looking horror comedies I've seen. Like the cinematographer in this movie, I hope he or they got paid well because this movie looks so good, man. The color schemes in every sequence, um, even down to like the hair coloring on certain characters, man. This movie just looks great. This was one of my favorite movies of 1999 that came out. This, The Best Man, American Pie, and Go were hands down the best movies to come out that whole year. But this shit right here, man, this I'm not even gonna front like I'm a big rock and roll fan. I listen to it, but to a minimum. But this introduced me to Offspring. Like, I don't know how many people like Offspring out there. It was this, and then when I found out they started doing songs for the Crazy Taxi soundtrack on Sega Dreamcast, yeah, I was with the shits. But this cast, man, and they got a Dawn of the Dead reference in here. Devin Sawa, Vivica Fox, Jessica Alba, Jack Noseworthy, Eldon Hansen, who was my man Fulton from Mighty Ducks, Seth Green, like everybody who somebody was in this movie at the time, man. And I can't remember the actor's name, man. Is it? Oh my God, I can't remember his name. He's the dude that's like the dean of admissions in How High. The dude that's like, well, we'll fucks with each other. And he was the dude that was interviewing Kumar and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. He's in the opening of this movie. Sean Whalen, who plays Roach from People Under Stairs, is in here. The guy, I can't remember that actor's name, but the guy that played Vinny, and sometimes they come back. Like, this director of Robin Flender, he knew what he was doing, placing these people in here, these familiars. He knew exactly what he was doing, man. And like, I'm gonna get to Vivica Fox in a second. I know I'm rambling, but for anybody that hasn't seen it, stoner slacker who doesn't want to do shit with his life except get stoned and eat food and live with his parents. His hand gets possessed. His right hand gets possessed, and he has to cut the shit off, and the shit just goes running around, going crazy, a la Evil Dead 2 type of shit. But funny thing, the hand actor for this movie, same hand actor, I think Christopher Hart, who did the hand motions for Thing and the Addams Family and The Severed Hand and Quicksilver Highway. But Vivica Fox, man, Debi LeCure, she is the only hope that this town has to get rid of this hand, man. She's got the magical dagger that can destroy the hand. Um, she's like she says she comes from a long line of voodoo priestesses or some shit like that. I don't know. Did I say priestesses? I don't know. And in this scene, she gets hit by a big ass monster truck and somehow survives with a little bit of CPR, man. But she's carrying around this big ass case with her that kind of looks like a book, and it's got the dagger in it. You know, she even attacks Devin Sawa at some point. She doesn't know he cut his hand off, but she's ready to take him out. Like, listen, I got the one thing that can stop this madness. He's like, what is it? She pulls out that fucking ninja dagger. This movie's hilarious, man. But Vivica Fox, like, I love her in this movie because she's not. Vivica Fox, obviously, she's got the look. She's got sex appeal. She's not afraid to be goofy, like, at all. She knows how to play up her role for comedic effect, man, and it works. And I love that she's not really impressed by, like, Jack Noseworthy's giving her CPR, brings her back because she just got hit by a truck, but she's not really impressed by him at all. And it isn't until they finish the job at the end of the movie and all is well. You know, now she tells him at the end, she's like, it's time for the ritualistic sex, and then she just grabs him by his shirt and pulls him. So he ultimately gets that ass at the end, but she made him work for it. You know, she wanted to make sure that the world was safe from this severed hand, man. But this movie, I'm telling y'all, this movie is So much fun, man. It's a riot every single time from start to finish. This is a movie again that's got that practical CG thing going, where there will be, for example, I won't spoil which character it happens to. I mean, if you see the trailers and pictures online, you know who it happens to. But there's a character that gets his head cut off in this movie, and the saw blade goes through his head. They don't show it. They just show the aftermath. So like a line forms of, on his neck, and then his head falls off. But it's a practical and CG effect that they do. I don't know how they blend the two together, but the head rolls down the steps, falls at the character's feet, and then, my man Fulton says his final words before he comes. I just spoiled it. Fuck it. Seth Green and Eldon Henson die, and they come back to life, and they become the two undead stoner best friends to Devin Sawa. I'm telling y'all, it doesn't really spoil much because the movie's just absolutely batshit crazy after that point. But I'm telling y'all, man, please watch Idle Hands. But I had to show some love to Vivica Foxx in this movie. Black Jawns and horror, man. We got a lot more of these to go.